Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. Okay, like I said, my parents, when I turned 19, moved from where I grew up to where they live now. This didn't happen at my parents' house, but like I mentioned, it happened at the neighbor across the street. Well, you gotta understand, my parents, where they live, the neighbor across the street, the way you get to their house is you have to drive down the street and you have to turn left, and you have to drive, I think, like 2 miles to get to the neighbor's house across the street. Because what it is, I mean, seriously, my parents live out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, their nearest neighbors, and this is no joke, they're cows. I'm serious. Like, the human neighbors, you can see their house, like if you're sitting out on mom and dad's front porch. Like I said, you gotta drive way down that way, you know, like south, and then turn left and like go like 2 miles, like through this cow field to get to the neighbor's house. I won't say the couple's or the people's names, but the older gentleman that lived there that sold my parents their property lived up there in that house with his wife and their kids. And when I say older, I'm talking like this dude's old enough to be my grandfather older. They lived in one house up there, and the son lived in a house, the house you can see from the street, up there with his kids. So there's like 3 generations up there living on that hill. Well, the older gentleman, who's unfortunately no longer with us, there was, and this is the story my mom told me, and this is the God's honest truth. My mom wouldn't make something like this up. She got a call from the older gentleman's wife. They had a car full of kids show up at their house the year I turned 19 at their house. Her husband gave the kids $50 a piece for showing up on Halloween. They didn't, yeah, there's never been any trick-or-treaters at their house that they live in now, ever. I'm serious. And that's part of the reason why, like, it really disappointed me when I was 19, because I enjoyed decorating, and, you know, I thought, you know, yeah, well, I should have thought about it then, you know, there are not going to be any trick-or-treaters that far out in the county, but, and I've mentioned this before, I've gone to some of my mom's sister's houses, and, you know, done their Halloween music and stuff. So, and trust me, I enjoy it. I mean, and it's one thing that I really, honest to God, enjoy. You know, and like, you know, like I play sound effects like this, for example, and, you know, we play music like what you've been hearing me play. I'm going to pause here and elaborate more on like some of the stuff that, you know, I've done for them. Hang on.